Well, I guess we have to start this like it's a new episode now because the VOD cut off. So what we're gonna do tonight is all the support dialogue and the next chapter. Damn it. So, let's just get into it. All these strange travelers, what's happening here? Let's ask them. Excuse me, sir. Sir? The appointed time to the dragon's table. Our prayers, Grima. Right, I'll just be backing away slowly then. Sire, Frederick, have the scouts returned? Yes, my lord, and with grim news. Valadar has moved to a great altar to Grima known as the Dragon's Tail. What more, it seems all the Grimleal in Plegia are headed there as well. It's as if they're being drawn by some unforeseen force. Any idea what it all means? Who could say, sire? They speak only gibberish and plod on as if it possessed. The cataclysm of Lucina's future. This shows all the signs of leading to it. Damn, that destiny is... This destiny is a stubborn business. We cannot give up. And we will not. We'll make for the dragon's table and quickly. Come, everyone. Alright, what we got to deal with? Desert. It's time to break out the magic, boys. Lances and axes as well. And there's a sword over there, too. Well, we have nowhere than enough strong units to take care of that, so let's get all the magic people out. It's been a while since some of them have seen action either anyways. All the way down here. The Elysians have finally caught up to us, my lord. Delay them, be careful. We must reclaim Robin's power. Yes, don't worry, I'll take extra care of Daddy's special little boy. Valadar, fools, do you know where you've come? Return the Fire Emblem now, we can end this. Who would end this? Yes, you would end this, yes, once and for all. My dear boy, we already know how the story ends, you and I both. And yet you still rush here. Are you so eager to meet the fell dragon yourself? Or perhaps your own fatal destiny, you would have realized it first? To hell with your destiny, I'm writing a new ending. I'll write a new ending. So you now believe you can change fate, and here I thought your exalted sister had delusions of grandeur. You've done enough already. Your victory over sad little Gangrel, or perhaps Walhart's defeat, those are meant to happen. Those are prophesized. You were just another fool and motley capering on the stage. But what about Emerin? You changed only the method of her death. Either way, she was still planted on the ground. But that was Gangrel's will, not yours, not Valadar's. You aren't listening. All of this, every word and action has been orchestrated. Gangrel held the exalt in contempt, yes, so Valadar and I used him, in life and death. The king's demise threw Plegia into chaos. It drove the people to Grima. Now their life force and rancor can be laid before the fell dragon en masse. You couldn't mean. It is called the table for a reason, you naive little man. It is where Grima feeds. The Grimleal have gladly offered themselves to him for ages. Every now and then the pray for his return. Today the table overflows with bounty and their prayers will be answered. I will never allow this to happen. But it already has happened. In our future, the moment was set a millennium ago. How could anyone give their life willingly to that thing, that monster? I will stop you, Grima. I will stop you. Goodness, you're starting to sound like Walhart, the big bully. He intended to destroy Grima as well, you know. Our thanks incidentally for taking him off the stage for us. That's why you gave us your ships and treasure, but no soldiers. Get rid of Walhart, but keep the faithful Plesians to set your god's table. Aversa. It is time. I must prepare. As you command, Master. Validar. God damn. Must not be disturbed, but fear not. I have brought the dead lords to keep you entertained. There's 12 generals were great warriors in life and even greater now in death. I would introduce them one by one, but, well, you'll see they're not much to talk. Besides, you'll meet with them all soon enough. See about that, boy. Oh, fuck. I know I forgot something. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's bad. That's bad news, bears. Fuck. Oh, this is bad news, bears to the extreme. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've never made a worse mistake in this game. That's not true. Let's get what we can out of it and run. It's fine regardless, because the stronger units are still here and they're not going anywhere. Hell. There. Now you gotta get through him. Man, it's a good thing it's 3 in the morning and no one can see these mistakes I've made. Nice. There was not a high chance of that hitting at all. Sick. I think that's all of them. Not one left. Well, hopefully Robin doesn't just kill him. Sick. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. GG. I would call him pathetic. Oh, I might say as much about your relationship with the prince. And please, don't let me in with your half-witted little toad. Exilus was nothing but a pawn on our board, another actor on a stage. His ambition was our insurance against Walhart's threat. If you had failed, he might have destroyed the empire inside. But in the end, he was just another puppet whose strings we had to cut. Then they've confirmed my theory. Yes, I promised him the Plesian throne in exchange for the emblem. He jumped at the offer, well, as much as a fat little piggy could jump. Men are all the same, learn their ambition and you have them by the, oh, well, perhaps the Exilus was a bit different in that respect. Here I thought him the lowest form of slime imaginable, but you win handily. Yes, well, we play the roles we're given, Robin, as you'll soon discover. If we stand on a great stage, I'll be happy to assist with your exit. Oh, really now, how amusing. You're so cute when you try to be clever, but Master Valadar has already considered you stronger and smarter than I. Whatever shall I do if he decides you're more witty as well? Perhaps I'd best kill you before you ripen and become his everything. Before I ripen? Nah, nothing to worry your pretty little head over. Focus on our battle instead. If you truly are as gifted as my master says, there is no need to hold back. He didn't hold back. You play rough, but the ritual has already begun. You are too late. Farewell. Perhaps we shall meet again. Oh, actually, I suppose not. Haha. No, because we don't have DLC, so we'll never see her again. Goodbye. Damn, she escaped. Ever so wouldn't leave Valadar before he was ready, even with her wounds. His preparation must be complete. We have to stop him. The future is upon us. We will, Lucina. I swear to you, we will. Right after reading a ton of dialogue for an hour. So we've legitimately have like an hour's worth of dialogue to read. Oops, she's over here. Let me make sure there's no money to sell. Oh, we got so many weapons. So many endgame weapons to go into these last few things with. It's great. Which is probably what I'll do is take them all, store them, and save them for the last missions. I don't even think I'll use all the stat stuff on Robin, because at this point it's overkill. You know, like we gotta worry about the other ones, like all our mages who just ate shit and died. All right, finally. Sigh. Still sighing away, Noir? Oh, hello. Troubles are still not resolved then? I wanted to take your advice, but I don't know what constitutes festive attire. Well, even if you had, I'm not sure where you'd find any, with the war and all. Is there no way to become more girly? I want to shine like all the others, even for a day. Well, worrying about it isn't going to help. Worry might just be your biggest enemy. Why don't we try unwinding a little? Go do something you enjoy. I see, perhaps I'll treat myself to what exactly? Why not head into town and enjoy a nice meal? I couldn't be the only one to enjoy such luxury, not in times like this. I'll live a little. You like sweets, right? I don't think anyone could fault you for indulging in a little cake or two. You sure? Sure I am, and if you really don't want to be the only one, I'll go with you. You wouldn't mind? Eating cake? Only if you twist my arm, so it's a date. Next time we're in town, we'll swing by the bakery and see what's on offer. Agreed? Agreed. That's cute. They're gonna go eat cake together. Wow. I'll say right now, there is a dialogue that's going to be missed off stream, and that is going to be the Noir and Robin S rank. Because I really should go to bed. I should do everything else I need to do. So this dialogue's not going to get self-done. Let's go. Oh, hey, Sully. Hey, Crom. Are you here alone? I thought you'd be with Lissa and the rest of the women. Why? So I can make dinner for all the brave men? Nuts to that, I tend to the fire. Seems to be a lot of hard work for one person. Would you rather I cook or sew? No thanks, I hate all that crap. Well, I guess I understand. You don't seem like much of a, what, a lady? Go ahead, say it, no sweat off my thighs. Okay then, I guess everyone has their special talents. Say, I can't really cook or sew either. At least I can help with the fire. You're alright, Crom. Please keep them all short like that. Alright, it's the Vake's lucky day. Sully's horse is dozing away, and that meddling little what? Blast, you again? Or, I mean, oh look, a four-leaf clover, lucky me. For that lie to work, you actually need to have a four-leaf clover. You were spying on bathing women again, weren't you? Don't deny it. I do deny it. Besides, what are you doing skulking around the bushes? I was collecting elderberries for tea, not that it's any concern of yours. Now keep your voice down, you might wake up Sully's devil steed. What do you care if it wakes? I'm the only one he's got it in for. Not anymore, thanks to you. Ever since the time I caught you snooping, the beast has made me its sworn enemy. If I get within half a league, it's after me like a hound from hell. So the beast has the evil eye for Lord Goody Two-Shoes himself? Here's the word for that. What is it? Tip of my tongue. Oh, I know. Ironic. Har har. Frankly, being tarred with the same brush as you is punishment enough. In any case, neither of us want to be here if that horse wakes up. Come on, let's get back to camp. Curses, I truly thought today was going to be the Vake's lucky. Wait, the evil horse, it's gone. Vake. Don't turn around. It's right behind you. It's behind me. Run, for the love of all that's good and holy, run. Why me? I love anime. So if the Cavaliers spread out in a fan and the Pegasus Knights sweep in from the flank, goodness, I can practically see the smoke rising from your head. Whatever have you been working at such a fever tilt? I'm practicing strategies and scenarios on the game board. After 100 forced marches, these pieces are still ready for more. It saves me from running everyone ragged with training exercises. Very clever, you even carved little enemy forces for them to fight. I'm impressed. That doesn't mean, and that doesn't happen often with other people, I mean. Well, as long as I control friend and foe alike, it's not as effective as I'd prefer. After all, I can't plan for the unexpected when I know all the moves ahead of time. Then permit me to be your opponent. I shall strike the nobility of the lion and defend your grace with the swan. Because swans are good defenders? Never mind, I accept. So then, we'll take turns moving units until one of us claims the other's commander. Agreed? Agreed and agreed again. Oh, what fun. Begin, please, by all means. Hold, I need to retract my last move. Were all those enemy generals so generous? But alas, this is war. Checkmate, my good sir. Blast, I hate to admit it, but I am well and truly beaten. I told you I was both a lion and a swan, did I not? More like a chicken and a far end of a horse. I'm no noble lord, but your strategy wasn't exactly what I call honorable. Heavens, aren't we plain spoken? Still, I appreciate the practice, thank you, Virion. If you wish me to unleash my dishonorable strategies again, you have but to ask. Here, Robin. You will drink this, yes? What is it? It's special medicine Gregor drinks on hard journey. Tastes like bottom of old well, but is very good for you. I don't need medicine, Gregor, I'm fine. You have no hurting throat, no hacking up in lung? Well, now that you mention it, my throat is a little sore. In battle, Gregor, here you breathe in raspy like old dying donkey. You must have a terrific sense of hearing to notice that in the din of combat. For sellsword like Gregor, health very important. Soldiers must be strong, yes? I dare say you're right. I don't pay as much attention to my health as I should. What kind of precautions do you take to avoid becoming ill? Gregor have 3 rules: gargle, wash hands, and take temperature. Oh, that sounds easy enough. Any other tricks? Gregor may have one more thing, but it is very secret. Only men can do. You are man too, yes? Maybe Gregor share with you. That sounds interesting. You sleep in same bed as Gregor, then we share body heat. I beg your pardon? Body becomes very cold at night, yes? This keeps muscles limber. An extra blanket will do just fine, thank you. He tried. Sniffle, sniffle. Noir, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I'm not. Mother cursed me to have a sniff runny nose for 3 days straight. By the gods, why would she do something like that? It's nothing new. Mother was always trying out some new spell or another. Every time she comes up with one, she uses me as her guinea pig. Poor dear. Here, take my handkerchief. Thank you, honk. I can't let you suffer like this for 3 whole days. Don't worry, Noir. I'll have a talk with your mother and get this cleared up. Are you sure? That never really worked out for you in the future. Every time you talked back, Mother cursed you up to your eyeballs. Or sometimes she just cursed your eyeballs, and then you cried yourself to sleep. Oh dear, that's rather pathetic. Yep, but that was different me, right? Just wait, I'll prove you can depend on me. Well, you never talked like that before. Maybe things really can be different this time around, Sniff. Honk. You there. Mother, did you say something? What were you trying to do in the last battle? Were you trying to distract me? Did I? I'm sorry, I didn't intend to, I swear. You mirrored my every movement. It was like some bizarre curse. That, you see, don't stare. Don't care. Doesn't matter, just stop. No wait, it's a force of habit. What habit? In the future, you were always too wrapped up in your research to teach me things. Not that I blame you, I know you had your reasons. You were consumed with avenging father, so you never had time to waste on me. But I wanted to help you, so I taught myself magic and dark arts following your example. And that became a habit? Well, yeah, I guess. Oh, but it's a distraction, I'll stop, I promise. It'd be really nice if maybe you didn't put any weird curses on me. I see. I'm thinking this could have its uses. Eek. Rarg. I yield, mercy. She's just like one of them knights out of the stories Ma used to tell. I'm jealous something fierce. I'm not like a knight, kid, I am a knight. You heard me, did ya? Half the camp hears your every thought, you're not exactly subtle. Begging your pardon, sir, ma'am. I didn't mean nothing by it, so do you think you could tell me what being a knight is like? As long as you promise to stop calling me sir, ma'am. Why are you asking anyway, thinking of becoming a knight? He already is. Oh gosh, no. Just that knights and such is the stuff of legends to me. Ain't never seen one back at the farm, and now here you are, and well, I reckon I'm curious is all. Curious to see how close I am to your storybook version? I ain't trying to impose on ya. If it's a big ol' hassle, just say so. It's fine, come here, come find me at dinner, we'll talk there. Thank you, sir, Sully. That's mighty kind of ya. Aw, pig plop. This is all mumbo jumbo to me. Are you trying to read that magic scroll? Good gods, Donnie. Here now, take a break and have a soothing cup of nettle tea. It's a little bitter, but it'll settle your nerves if you can keep it down. Thank you kindly, Stull. Think nothing of it. And once you're calm, then start thinking about what kind of soldier you want to be. How'd you know that's what I was doing? I ain't say nothing about it to you. This morning you were picking locks, and then you were practicing archery. Now I find you attempting to decipher a scroll to smite thine enemies with fire. Either you're incredibly bored or you aren't satisfied with your current role. I suppose the cat's out of the bag now. Hey Stull, you're pretty clever. What do you reckon I should do? Well, I don't know anything about tomes or magic staves, but I'm a keen student on weapons, especially sharp ones. You could do with what I do and watch the experience sellsword and knights. And then I can learn what weapon might work best for me. Gosh, that's a dilly of an idea. But remember, it's not enough to just pick a weapon you like. You need training. And did he just leave? Good heavens, he's an eager one, isn't he? The sun is gold, them clouds is white. It far lands below, 'cause I'm in flight. Bars. Hey Cordelia, reckon you know that song too, huh? Any Pegasus Knight worth her wings knows what that is, Donald. But I always thought it was nearly unknown outside the order. Order? Yeah. A lady visited my village, donkeys, years ago it was, and taught me the words. I confess I didn't really get what it was about exactly, but it's a rousing tune that makes me think of a bravery and valiant dare-and-do. Well, it is about bravery. It celebrates the exploits of one of history's greatest Pegasus Knights. Well, ain't that something? Yes, she lived back in the legendary times of the first exalt of Ulysses. She was his greatest knight and most stalwart defender. She watched over him like the sun itself, swooping down to dispatch foes. The slow, heavy knights who feared all aerial dance but most of all. At night, they huddled together and told tales of a dealing lance from the sky. Gosh, she sounds mighty impressive. Oh, she was, but she was more than just a warrior. She had the courage of a demon, yes, but a heart of an angel. They say people loved her, even more than she loved the Exalt. In fact, for every foe she defeated, she won 2 more to her side with her charisma. Golly, tough as a badger, but charming as an old fox. Reckon I can see why they wrote about such a fine song for her. They built statues too, one of which still stands in the Elysian capital. I could take you there to see it after the war if you'd like. You bet your gold teeth I would. It's a dig, Cordelia. You there, boy. Do you know where I can find a newt's eye? Yes, ma'am. I've seen tons of slimy critters around the yonder stream. Hold and I'll fetch you one. You there, boy. Where can I get a tale of Snow White sow? Fresh out, I'm afraid, but I can run to the camp butcher if you like. That dunderhead wouldn't possibly have such a thing. Well, I suppose I could hop down the valley and check the local swineherd. I reckon one of them pigs will have a white tail. You there, boy, bring me a bat. Shucks, those mostly live in caves down in the old fishin'. Beg your pardon, ma'am, but did you just order me to go fetch a bat? Yes, I did. Sometime today, please. Well, alright then, I'll just tootle on down to the caves and flush one out. I can't imagine why that hayseed keeps following my orders. I haven't even had a chance to place a curse of servitude on him yet. Dealing with Mother is just so exacerbating. All she ever does is play, and if she hasn't had a care in the world. What's wrong, Na? You seem awfully peeved. Oh, hello, Father. I was just thinking of Mother again. How do you stand her? Don't you just find her incredibly childish, annoying even? She spends almost all her time running around camp playing games. Ain't that a kick? I was just thinking how alike the two of you are. But no, I don't find her annoying. She is. It's who she is. I wouldn't want her changed. Father, you're much too kind. If you're always this tolerant, she'll never learn to act her age. Well, what do you like about her anyway? You're so serious and responsible, and she runs around like a headless chicken. I have no idea what you see in her, unless you rushed into marriage for some reason. Like you got her. What? Don't be ridiculous. I knew exactly what I was getting into. Oh, that's quite the protest there. I guess right, didn't I? Heck no. I knew your mom was a bit flighty at times. I just find it charming. You know what, Father? I don't believe you one bit. Come on, spill it. Why did you marry her? Enough. It ain't right to be talking about your ma like this. Hey, stop. Don't run away. Why? That kind of clears it up. There's something I need to know, Mother. What's that? The name of your weapon. My weapon? Why? What manner of son would I be to not know the name which guards his mother? Teach me so I may whisper its subsequent in prayer and keep you ever safe. Oh, you mean that sort of name? That holy slayer, saintly dragon blah blah kind of stuff you're always talking about. I was wondering if you really didn't know the word staff. I'm pretty sure I should be offended by both of those statements. But yes, that sort of name, what is it? It doesn't have one. You've granted it with no name? Right, I mean, why bother? Mother, a name confers a soul onto the inanimate object and grants it power. It transforms a mere tool into a divine instrument possessed of limitless potential. See, there's that blah blah stuff I was talking about. I'll give it some thought, alright, but for right now, I've got to get going. Bye. Wait, Mother, I braced for an insufficiently astonishing name, but this is the worst than I'd feared. This may require drastic measures for her own good. A foul sense hangs in the air. My sword arm throbs dully. What is this? Blood raging? A different sort of blood rage than usual. Owain? Is everything alright? Stay back, Father. You mustn't come any closer. Why? Did you catch something? Do you think you're contagious? The blood of heroes that courses through my veins hungers for fresh prey. If you draw within striking range in my present state, I cannot guarantee safety. I beg of you, stay back. Do not force me to topple my own father. I'm confused. Are you under someone else's control? Did someone curse you? Aye, the curse of the bloodline's uncontrollable power. It gnaws at my soul. Down, down, I command thee. Be calm, sword arm. Stay, raging blood. Alright, son. Just stay where you are. I'll get your mother. What, mother? That's not strictly necessary. The pain is nothing to a man like me. Given a moment, I'm sure it will abate. I've weathered far worse than father. Did he really go to get mother? Suddenly, I don't feel so well. Shadow Dragon. If it isn't Owain. Radiant Dawn, how are you today? Busy, which I would have thought was obvious. I'm sorry, perhaps I'll come back when you're done playing. Hey, this is serious. Seriously childish? Seriously embarrassing? Seriously none of your business, now leave me alone, seriously. Sigh. Okay, just stop, you're not even sighing, you're just saying the word sigh. Maybe that's why all the girls keep turning you down. You're guaranteed to lose 100% of the joust you never attend, my friend. Perhaps you should name your next move Eternal Chastity. Sure, why not? I've got the perfect teacher for it right in front of me. Why, you little... What, you wanna go? Come on, chump, have at me. My Shinon strike will wipe the floor with you. Few things in life would give me greater satisfaction than to knock you on your rear. But one of us has to be the adult here, and it's obviously not going to be you. Yeah, that's right, walk away. You just keep right on walking, jerk. Damn! They went at it. Halt, who goes there? Halt, you're the one who just walked in. I ain't got nowheres. A fine parry, sirrah. And yet here you stand in garb most strange. Speak, fiend, what nefarious plot are you hatching here? What, you mean here in the kitchen, dressed like a chef? A surcoat and crown of purest white. What strange rituals are... It's an apron and a chef's hat, idiot. I'm cooking dinner. Even you can't be that dense, now quit wasting my time. Cooking? You? Dinner? Ha! I've sooner believed a cavalier riding a Pegasus over a moon. Aw, I ain't got time for this malarkey. Look, tonight's my turn, alright? Now make like some eggs and beat it. You're gonna ruin the flavor. I will not be deceived by such deceits. What manner of madman would allow you to turn at cooking it for the camp? I'm a fine cook, alright? I learned all from dear old Ma. Just go back. Get off my back. Are you crying? No. You're slipping out of character. Brady, you're totally crying. Leave me alone. I was just cutting up taters, alright? Don't you mean onions? I don't think that's anything in potatoes that... I just felt bad for him, okay? Now make like plants and split. Fine, I'm going. You're breaking character, man. Well, if it isn't my old nemesis, Kajel. What do you want, Owain? Long have we vied for the title of strongest bound by fate in our unbending wills. But I will not rest until I've put a stop to your nefarious deeds for good. Really, I have no time for this. Do you need something? If not, I'm gonna go. Come on, work with me here. Put some feeling in it. I know you hate men, but would it kill you to show a little effort? I don't hate men, I hate idiots. A class you fall right into, coincidentally. Even the way you talk makes me angry. Half of the time I have no idea what you're saying. It's always stories and sound effects and posturing. Which is why I speak normally right now. And yet I still don't see your point, now go away. And if I offer to clean your gear, come on, it'll be fun. I can take care of my own things. Fine then, just fine. I don't need this, I can go anywhere and be insulted. Stop that, you just said sigh aloud. Alright. Hey, it's clearing up, kinda. The tea is so good. Isn't it just divine, darling? The leaves are infused with a citrus aroma, so I was certain you'd like it. I like citrus? In the years I've shared tea, you only mention the flavor if it is a citrus blend. How funny that you didn't even know. That is funny and a little embarrassing, I guess. You know me better than I know myself, Maribel. It's hardly a surprise, darling. I'm your best friend. I know, it's so true. Wait a sec. I don't know what kind of tea you like best. Well now, that simply won't do at all. Why don't you take a guess? Is it rose tea? Such a common flavor. Tea with milk? Ugh, why not just drink from a mud puddle? This is hard. Maybe if I knew more about tea, what other kinds are there? I suppose I'll have to take a pity and simply tell you my favorite blend is black tea infused with the still warm blood of an adult male grizzly bear. Lissa, what's wrong with you? What manner of lady spews tea? It is simply not done. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Who would drink such a thing? No one, darling. It was only a jest. Now wipe your mouth, please. I actually believed you. Alright, what's your real answer? What's your favorite tea? Why, whichever ones you enjoy, darling. The way I get to appreciate both the beverage and your enjoyment of it. So if you ever find a blend you're especially fond of, just say the word. Alright, I will, thanks. But I was kind of feel like that wasn't a real answer. I still kind of feel that wasn't a real answer. Tea's ready. It's the what's it kind from that place, you know, the expensive junk. Huh? Well, what are you waiting for? A royal invitation? It's all set and ready to go. Just the way you like it. Brady? Let's step it up, old timer. Tea ain't getting any hotter. Oh, alright. So, Brady? Yeah? What do you mean, just the way I like it? I hardly ever drink tea. What do you mean, you drink it every day? You never miss tea time. Yaha. I've had a odd cup here and there, but I've never had a tea time in my life. What? Ma told me to join you in your daily tea ritual. Even gave detailed instructions. Wait, did she make it all up? Considering I don't even know what tea ritual is, I'm guessing she did. That dirty. I bet she's laughing her head off right now. What exactly did she tell you? Oh, don't you worry. I'm gonna have me a nice long chat with dear old Ma. You just sit there and drink your damn tea. So long, old timer. Oh, and set this on top of the pot. It keeps the tea warm. How did my life get so weird? When did my life get so weird? Henry asking this, of all people, is nuts. This is yours, I presume, father. I found it lying on the ground. Do try to take better secure of belongings in the future. You sound just like your mother, Laurent. Naturally, she is my mother. Well, yes, but still, you two are alike. I sometimes wonder if you inherited anything from me. Don't be absurd, father. Of course I did. Oh, like what? Like the color of my hair. Well, that's true, but it's not exactly what I was talking about. Anything more substantive? Maybe people tend to ignore you a lot? No, my bearings in that respect is profoundly normal. Very much to my relief, if I might be perfectly frank. Well, that's what I mean. You're always so serious and verbose. You could stand to loosen up a bit, maybe act a bit more your age. We're at war, father. Acting like a child is hardly behavior to be encouraged. Besides, I'm a grown man, older than Lucina at this point, I suspect. Wait, how could you be older than Lucina? She's already been born here, but your mother and I still haven't had you. I fear no more time for the chat today. Now, if you'll excuse me. Laurent, wait, what was that all about? Oh, he fucked up. He was lied to. Now repeat after me. My name is Brady, pleased to make your acquaintance. Did you hear me? My name is Brady, pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Brady, pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Brady, not the name is... Now, my mother's name is Maribel. Go ahead, darling, try it. My mother. Aw, nuts, Ma, you're crazy if you think I'm putting up with this crap. Don't you dare walk out on me, young man. Ma, we're at war here, you know? With killing and all that malarkey. If you want to teach me something, teach me some kind of tricks with a staff. I'll teach you nothing if you sort to a boor who scoffs at the value of proper language. Why not? A person's words reflect their character, so anyone who speaks a little rough is some kind of knuckle dragger? Ain't that a little simplistic? Unrefined language shows a lack of concern for how one comes across to others. It demonstrates a lack of respect and as ample cause to judge someone. Why you always gotta be so hard-headed about everything? Better hard-headed than a brain made of mush. I'd sooner choose my words carefully than speak rashly and regret it. Sounds like somebody screwed up in the past, yeah? Who'd you piss off? Really, must every phrase be vulgar? It should be, whom did you piss off? Brady, go on, repeat yourself. Something tells me that this still ain't entirely proper speech. Now, see here, Gaius. What do you think you're playing at, hovering around me like a persistent fly? It disturbs me to see your leering visage, particularly when I'm in the midst of battle. I'm sorry, Twinkles, I just thought, well, if I can atone for what I did, then maybe what? I might forgive you? We might become, oh, such good friends? You broke into the royal treasury with the intent of stealing from the realm, and then you did it again. Look, I know I did wrong, and I feel lousy about it. God strike me down if I don't. You must be a stone idiot if you think I'll believe a thing you say. Or have you forgotten the first time you were caught raiding the treasury? You claimed my father was behind it. My poor, decent, and innocent father. He was hauled in from the magistrate and almost put to death because of you. Actually, the thing about that is, look, I said some things I'm not proud of in an attempt to avoid the noose. But I'm a changed man now, and if you'll just let me go, I can... Oh, enough. If I want a dog and pony show, I shall attend a carnival. No tricks, Twinkles. I speak from the heart on this one. The blackened heart of a brigand who's hardly worth listening to. Damn. Hey, I think it's time for Daddy-Daughter Day. Or why? Does a daughter need a reason to spend a little time with her father? Most fathers would be beside themselves with joy at being asked. Gods, you're right, I shouldn't count my blessings. Well then, where are we headed? Into town. I cutted a whole line of shops with the cutest dresses. Dresses, huh? I suppose you're at that age. Age? Hehe, in this timeline, you're not much older than I am, Daddy. I guess not. I bet most people seeing us side by side would think we were brother and sister. Yeah, it's odd though, eh? Odd? Is there something wrong with that? Are you embarrassed to be seen with me? You'd rather be with Mother, wouldn't you? No, not at all. You're adorable, honey. Aw, you mean it? Yay, that's so sweet. Oh, so, okay, in town, there's this one dress I really, really want. Would you hate me if I asked you to get it for me? Would Mother be mad? I can never hate you, Severa, and I'm sure your mother won't mind. You're our daughter, you know. You can have whatever you'd like. Oh, thank you, Daddy. I love you so much. Ain't that sweet? I love you too, Severa. Too easy. It's time for a drink. I'm gonna cheat and skip to, oh, she only has one more. Never mind. Drink time. Minerva, you look so sad and woe begone. I suppose it's my fault, isn't it? If it wasn't for me, you'd be living life in tranquility in Wyvern Valley. I'm sorry that I've dragged you into yet another terrible war. What's that? That's not why you're sad? Yes, I completely understand. Your original mistress is alive in this time, and you pine for her hand on the reins. That's not it either. Cherish? Minerva is worried about you. Don't you see that forlorn look in her eyes? Minerva, is that true? I sense a powerful bond of trust and friendship between you, and it seems you've done a fine job of looking after each other. We must not be that close if I can't even understand what she's trying to tell me. Come, Minerva, let's go. So impatient. Hey, Jerome, what do you want? Oh, nothing particular, Then why are you talking to me? I'm not here to make friends. Apparently not. What about family? I've been thinking, we're father and son. Perhaps it's time to start acting like it. Lucina and Crom father, right? Lucina calls Crom father, right? Maybe you should try that with me. You may look like my father, but you are not the same man. My father is dead and gone. You are a stranger. Ouch, that's pretty cold, friend. Crom wins again. Look, I know your true father is gone, and I know you must miss him greatly, but I thought maybe our relationship could help heal that wound. Then you are a fool. Hey, that kind of talk is uncalled for. I'm the only offer in this out of the sense of this conversation is over. I have business elsewhere. I must feed and clean Minervikins before bedtime. Minervikins? That is, I did not mean to. Bah, your stupidity is contagious. Sheesh, that kid. There, doesn't that feel better? Your mane is all combed, no more tangles. Who's a good Pegasus, huh? Who's a good little widow Pegasus? Are you talking to that thing again? Oh, hi, Sully. You're spoiling the animal. She's practically died and gone to horse heaven. She does look happy, doesn't she? Well, she's seen you safe through some terrible battles, so I suppose she earned it. You're quite fond of your horse too, aren't you, Sully? Hell yes, I'm proud. She's got smarts and guts. What more could a woman want? You talk about him, you sound like a proud mother. I'm not the maternal type. Even so, it's obvious how fond you two are of each other. Whenever you praise him, he snorts ever so happily. You notice that, huh? Most folks just assume he's some mindless beast. Oh, it's so nice to have someone to talk about this sort of thing. Do you have a minute to talk more, chat about Pegasi and the like? I mean, if you don't mind, I know you're very busy. I don't mean to intrude. Intrude? I talk about horses until the cows come home. Oh, wonderful. Let me just put on some tea and we can... Hold it right there, girlie. You just combed the horse's top to bottom. You deserve a rest. You relax and put up your feet. I'll make the tea this time. Oh, alright. I'll be right back. Never seen Sully look so excited about anything. Well, that's nice for her. Those are some impressive moves on the battlefield today. Your fighting is so fluid, yet so crisp. It's amazing to watch. I'd love to see how many other moves you stack up someday. I refuse. Scared? No, I simply have no interest in fighting you. The hell does that mean? You think you got me beat before we even start? You don't know a thing about me, not until we cross blades. You're a woman. Oh, that does it. Draw your defend your life. Stop. Make me. That would have hit me. Then it's a good thing you parried. Let's see if you're quick next time. Phew, that's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. You're a good kid, and good enough to keep up on my toes. I learned from my mother. Oh, you mean me or future me? Damn it, I can't wrap my head around this time travel business. You fight just like the mother I knew, which makes sense, I suppose. That explains why you're so hard to beat. You know all my moves. Although, wait, there's one thing I don't understand, and what's that? You're not great at horseback, are you? How'd that happen? I'd think I would have taught you better. But you never taught me to ride. What? Why not? Did you guys have to eat all the horses or something? We had horses. What we lacked was talent, or more specifically, I lacked it. You said I was a lost cause, so I wound up teaching myself poorly. So yeah. Come to think of it, now's your chance. Oh, my chance for what? To teach me how to ride. I mean, it is your fault I don't already know. My fault? How is it my fault? I haven't done anything. I haven't even had you yet. But you will, so come on, what do you say, please? Oh, fine. If you're so damn intent on learning, we'll work on it with the regiment. Thanks. Perfect. Thanks, Mother. Oops. Good day, sir. May I offer you, here to offer up a prayer? Indeed, and yourself? I make it part of each morning, a commendable endeavor. Might I join you? But of course. Come to think of it, I fear I haven't yet properly thanked you. Oh, whatever for? Forgotten, have you? It was, all too commonly happening for me, I'm afraid. I was approached by a pack of drunkards who had taken me for a woman. I suspect they still feel the sting of how tongue-lashing you gave them now. Not to further endanger my masculinity, but you were my knight in shining armor. Ah, yes, I recall it now. I was given quite the dressing down myself back at camp. A number of others thought it rash of me. Well, I, for one, am grateful recipient of your just and decisive valor. You have my thanks. I acted mostly to quell my own indignation at those boars, I assure you. But if I was some small service to you as well, so much the better. Your words help bolster the strength of my conviction. Then you are most welcome. Oops. The supplies have been unloaded and everything is accounted for, sir. Ah, good work, thank you. Next, I may ask you to inspect the worn weapons and scrolls. Already done, sir. Oh, and I did have a number of questions regarding the layout of camp. Frederick? I was just thinking how little you have changed from when I knew you in Ylisse, back when you served as the Royal Pegasus Knights, always working harder than everyone, and finding some task that needs doing. Phila once confessed to me that she'd have been lost without your help. I'm convinced it was her intention to eventually name you her successor. Phila said that? I envied her, in truth, and I've often wished that I possessed a successor to your caliber. Come now, Frederick, sir, you've gone way too far. People will get the wrong impression if they overhear such flattery. The wrong impression? Ah, yes, I see. My apologies, milady. I'm afraid I'm not as sensitive as you to how such things can be perceived. Oh, of course not. Sometimes it feels as if every man only wishes to woo me. Indeed, the stories of your colorful past certainly do precede you. Stories? What stories? Frederick? What stories? Hello, Stall. I was drawn here by the sound of sweet music. What is it you're playing? You are kind to say so, but in truth I'm quite out of practice. What? No, you play beautifully, and one of my favorite Ylisian folk songs to boot. It's been so long since I've last played. When I saw this harp at the local market, I couldn't resist. I remember how you entranced the court by playing at Crom's birthday ceremony. Those was some good times. Say, why don't you put it on an encore performance? It'd be a huge for morale. Oh, that court concert was a long time ago. I don't even remember the music. Although I suppose I could muddle through if I had the score in front of me. Wait, you were just playing from memory? That's even more impressive. Please, Stall, I'm serious. Stop trying to flatter me. Compared to Phila, I'm just a clumsy amateur. Well, sure, but Phila was the best I've seen. She could have joined the Royal Orchestra. I always dreamed that one day I might be as skilled as her. It's silly, I know. Hey, never say never, especially when you're so abundantly talented. Stop it, seriously. See, now I'm getting embarrassed. Oh, hey, would you look at that? It's chore time, gotta go. That Cordelia, she's never satisfied with being second best in anything. I'm gonna have to step up my game if I know how to compete with that. Not first, you're last. I heard chirping of a bird, and it sounds very close indeed. Hey, Stall, just the man I wanted to see. Can you spare some of that healing tonic you're always carrying around? What do you want for it? What do you want it for? This little bird hurt a wing, and I want to help him out. I'm not sure my tonic works on birds. It's mainly for diarrhea. Well, that's not going to help. Wait, I know. A healing staff would do the trick. Noe, I know you just want to help, but healing staffs are very valuable. I'm not sure we can spare one for a bird, regardless of how cute it is. What? So we just let it die because Crom gets a boo-boo? Because Crom might get a boo-boo? Well, Crom, or me, or anyone really. Why do you always how could you be so cruel? Why, gods, maybe she's right. This war's turning me into a heartless brute. No, wait, I'm sorry, you're right. Let's call Lissa to have her help this poor little critter. Really, you do that? Thanks, Stall. Yarn, is there any reason you're staring at me like that? I'm trying to read your face and find out if you're cheating on Mother. What? Cheating? I never do such a thing. I've been faithful to Pan since the day I proposed. Oh, alright then, if you're telling the truth. Why would you think I was cheating? Is someone spreading rumors? Nope, just the idea popped into my head the other day. You see, I got to thinking, what would happen if you suddenly decided Mother wasn't good enough? Huh? See, I'd been assuming that all I had to do was make sure you both stay alive. Eventually, you'd have me. Poof, my existence would be guaranteed. But that would all change if you left Mother for another woman before I was born. The very instant you made the decision, I would just wink out of existence. The thought of it sends chills down my spine. I guess I see your point. So I'm gonna keep a very close eye on you to make sure you toe the line. Now just hold on a minute. Don't worry, I'll make an exception for temporary dalliances during battle. Just so long as the fraternizing stays on the battlefield. Anyway, I've got to be going, but remember, I'll be watching you. Oh, for God's sake. Almost there. Pan? What are you doing to my Pegasus? So the steed belongs to you? Yes, she does. You are lucky. She is a wise and faithful creature. Thank you, but how else do you know she's wise? We talked. Oh, yes, of course. You talked with her and... Wait, you can talk to my Pegasus? Like with words? Is that strange? No, I suppose not. It's just a bit surprising is all. We knights can communicate with our steeds, but it's not so direct. I am not a knight, I am a Togwell. Tagwell. Togwell. But enough talk. Take good care of this animal, understood? See you later, maybe? Right then, back to business. We had a wound that was needed bandaging, yes? What's this green stuff smeared around the cut? A healing salve. So that's what she was doing. Well, we must remember to thank Pan the next time she drops by. So, tell me about the future, Severa. Why do you care? It's a different future, none of it will happen here. Well, maybe not exactly, but parts of it might, right? How would I know? Gods. Are you upset about something? I'm not upset, stop prying, mother. I suppose it was a frown and furrowed brow that threw me off. It's your fault for dredging up memories of the future. I don't want any kind of it to happen again, and I don't want to think about it. Is that all right with you? I'm sorry, dear. I never stopped to think about how hard it must have been for you. It was thoughtless of me. Forgive me? Fine, as long as you learned your lesson. Well then, let's talk about something else, shall we? I don't have anything to say to you. No? Well, I have a mountain of questions for you. Come on, come now, indulge your mother just for a little while. All right. Wonderful, thank you, dear. Though if you really want to thank me, you'd give me your dessert at dinner. All right, it's a deal. Are you free, father? I could use a sparring partner. Kajel. I'd love to, but maybe not today. Father, you're pale as a ghost and sweating. What's wrong? It's nothing, I'm fine. Save for my innards. Are you injured? Who did this to you? Give me a name and I'll... Breakfast. Someone named Breakfast? No, I ate breakfast and this happened. Not just me, everyone in camp is in the same shape. If you haven't eaten, stay away, save yourself. I thought Sully's cooking was bad. Whoever made this is your daughter. Come again? I'm sorry, father, I thought it turned out so well. No, it's not, I mean, it was delicious. I'm sure the searing pain is coincidental. You just said that everyone who ate it got sick. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Wait, Kajel, come back. No, don't. Blurp. Oh god, here it comes. Yeah. How goes the training, Kajel? Your form is as lovely as ever, if you know what I mean. What do you want, Inigo? You could use a break from training, would say you and me go have some fun. I'm afraid to ask what your idea of fun entails. Madam, you wound me. A cup of tea is all I had in mind, perhaps some cake. Eating sweets is a proving pick-me-up, and if you owe it to your exhausted body. Pass. Now, if you're done talking, I have a training regimen to get back to, as should you. Ouch, that hurts. I work all work and no play makes Kajel a dull? Kajel. If you don't blow off steam every once in a while, you'll explode. Training isn't stressful, it's fun. Listening to you is stressful. Oh, come on, it'll be a blast. I'll even let you pick out the cake. My favorite is lemon with chocolate frosting, but you can go away now. Fine, I'll just go eat cake by myself then. But I'll be back tomorrow, just you wait. I wonder if Crom would mind if I stabbed him. That's how it's gonna end. I wonder if Crom would mind if I stabbed him. Nah, that's not a C. That's less than a C. Nah, look. See all the pretty flowers? Let's go pick some and make flower necklaces. It'll be so fun. You go. As you can see, I'm busy right now. Is that some kind of picture book? Let me see. Oh, boo, it's full of writing. It's a book to use on dragons. It's a book on the use of dragon stones in battle. I found it in the baggage train. Is it fun? Because it looks like the opposite of fun. Of course it isn't fun, but it's vital that I study these kinds of things. This army would be way better if we didn't have to do such boring stuff. Doubtless, but it's our duty to learn all the arcane secrets of our dragon stones. We have inherited a unique and truly powerful ability. We must cultivate and master it so that we can better serve our allies in battle. Ew, do you always use such big words? I'm not used to thinking so hard. Why don't we run out in the woods and play a game before our brains melt? Mother, you need to take this more seriously. We're in the midst of a war. I know, silly, but thinking about it all, Thinking about it all the time isn't going to help me. Thinking about it all the time isn't going to help me. The tougher things get, the more I laugh, and that makes everyone else laugh too. I think that's my job here, to keep everyone smiling. Wait, you think your role in the army is to play all the time? Exactamundo. So what do you say? Let's go play. Well, you certainly are good at your job, I'll give you that. Ugh, Father, that gorgeous girl was just about to say yes to a date. Just about to. Did you really have to drag me off like that? We have a battle to prepare for, Inigo. Everyone else is ready to march. If you're mad, be mad at yourself for losing track of time. Whoops. Alright, time to go trounce some enemies and find a village last to reward my efforts. You're staring, Father. Is there something on your face? On my face? No, I was just wondering if you were like this in the future as well. Depends on what you mean by like this, I suppose. For someone who came from an apocalyptic hellscape, you're awfully carefree. You seem like you haven't a care in the world, past whose bed you'll be sharing tonight. The scene is so driven and serious, it's strange you don't have any of that purpose. No purpose? I'll have you know I'm extremely driven. Really. Indeed. I will not rest until every woman in the realm swoons at just hearing my name. Your purpose in life is to be popular with girls? You literally traveled across time to be popular with girls? To be popular with all girls. Yeah, get it right, Long Q. Genius, I know, but stop, Father, you're making me blush. I don't even know what to say. What? It never bothered you when Mother would blush in front of you? No, that's not what. Where do I begin? Suddenly, I'm feeling exhausted. I'm going on ahead. Not a care in the world, huh? Not a thought in my head, he means. Eesh. He's just as hard on his own blood as he is on everyone else. We're almost there. I think just 2 left. We're mother and daughter, and yet we're almost the same age. Kind of weird feeling, huh? Still, I'm sure we can be friends. Friends? But that won't do at all. You're still my superior. In battle, you mustn't hesitate to issue me orders just like any other soldier. But you're not just like any other soldier, are you? No, we shall be friends, and you'll speak to me as equal. Truly, you don't think me too forward? You won't be insulted? Of course not. That's a relief. See, I told myself if there's one person I mustn't annoy, it's Mother. Am I really so intimidating? Well, in my time, you're a true legend, the most famed Pegasus knight of all. There are so many stories of your heroic and terrible deeds, like when you smashed through with the enemy lines to rescue a stricken Crom. Did I do that? Or the time you argued with Crom and slapped him in the face. Gods above, I sound like a mad woman. Or the time you went into a blood frenzy and downed friend and foe alike. I downed friends? That's not heroic at all. The point is, I was raised on such stories and they gave me strength and inspiration. I guess I'm not going to need I guess I'm gonna need to be more selective about which historians I talk to. Yarn. Yeah, what do you want? Are you trying to avoid me? What, me avoid you? Gosh, no, I just had an urgent errand I was going to attend to. What kind of errand? Collecting provisions? Perhaps I could accompany you. I just don't know, is there a problem? No, not exactly. Enough of this prevarication. We are kin, yes, of course, but what? My mother in the future died when I was still young, before I could remember. I don't know what it's like to have a mother, especially a Togwell mother. Neither do I. I have no idea how Togwell mothers and children interact with each other. My friends and kin were taken from me by humans when I was still an infant. So, if you have no idea how you're supposed to act either? I do not, but does it matter? We can forge a new tradition of what it means to be a Togwell mother and son. Hey, that's great. We'll learn how to be a family together. Togwell. It was Togwell, not Togwell. Togwell. All right. So, we'll go to bedcast. We stream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Next Monday, Fire Emblem will wrap up and conclude. Tuesday, tomorrow, Rave continues Divinity 2. Wednesday and Thursday, Popcorn and Drew are gonna play Total War. And in the meantime, in 2 weeks, we'll be Go to Deadcast, where we will start playing some spooky games starting on the 25th. And yeah, that's about it. Check out the social media, like that real quick. So, all right. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna go to bed.